The thief suddenly rolled out the door like a clown on a bad day, snagged the remote, and blocked the entrance with it, while the security guard over there found the backup door key. Immediately, the guard unlocked 2 doors with fingerprints, but it hadn't fully closed, and Kara felt the apocalypse nearing as the backup door was about to open. At the last moment, exits closed. Hacker girl switched monitor back. With impeccable timing, the auctioneer in front of the monitor didn't suspect a thing, while the security guard waved his flashlight around until it landed in the vault. Kara panicked, feeling like she might ruin everything in an instant, ready to burst into tears as the guard searched every nook and cranny. Despite his diligent search, the guard found nothing. He returned to the hole, closed the backup door, and informed the auctioneer all was well. The man said he saw the guard and the monitor and asked the auctioneer if he needed to open the vault. Their chat was broadcast as clear as day to the hacker girl, who believed the auctioneer was definitely going to pop the thieves' hearts felt frozen once the door opened. They were heading straight to jail. Just then, as the auctioneer pondered, suddenly his wife's calls bombarded him. The auctioneer rejected the guard's suggestion abruptly, and everyone in the vault sighed with relief their lives were spared. The heist plan rolled on, with the stubborn old man declaring this was his last mission for Berlin, leaving Berlin's beach. Soon, all the jewels were successfully stolen, and the crew fumbled their escape. But first they had to clean up the scene. The thieves smeared a little paint on the ghetto. Next, they welded the entrance together like a bad DIY project and painted over the wells to match the wall. They vacuumed up the welding mess like tidy little elves, ensuring they left no trace, then used fake bricks to seal the wall, leaving everything behind in the tunnel. This included a crane, bulldozer, motor, etc. They sealed the tunnel and fled with Jules' computers. And just like that, a heist so seamless it was practically a movie that had come to a perfect close. Tomorrow we'll conduct a separate team review. From 9 to 10, absolutely don't ask questions about the getaway in the middle of the night, but first, we need to wrap up the jewels and tidy up the place. We can't leave any footprints or traces, which is crucial, but Berlin has one more extremely important task: to sneak back into the glass house once more. He needed to remove all the mini cameras had set up before, heat the sedative bottle with a blowtorch to get it to gas, and put on a gas mask before cracking it. Then he put it right in front of Glass' nose, and once she was sound asleep, he soaked a handkerchief with the sedative and covered her mouth and nose until she passed. After that, he removed all the cameras in the room, then filled in the hole. The plan was perfect, but at this moment, Berlin made a tiny slip-up. You've taken care of everything, and I understand my own responsibilities. But Lee was occupied recharging his phone, and it wasn't until he had ticked off every item on his to-do list that he left with a sense of satisfaction. He stuffed a water bottle into the car's fender and slapped a balloon onto the exhaust pipe. Now all he had to do was wait. As the little car roared, the balloon in the exhaust inflated. The guy hit the gas, hearing strange noises as it swelled. A loud pop caused the little car to stall, and just as the guy turned to check, Rui seized the moment, jumped into the car, and hit the gas to flee. This win was thanks to the teamwork of a man, a woman, and the diamonds. The leader ordered them to stay put in the hotel and not to be seen. But these youngsters weren't about to sit still. Craving thrills, they took a joyride in the stolen car they'd nabbed. They drilled holes in the car roof, secured custom shoes with screws, and then got a brave soul to stand on top. Talk about playing with fire. Naturally, speeding could send the person on top flying off, so they could only cling to the rope for balance, waving a signal stick like it's a parade. The race was on, but their opponents were ruthless, forcing them toward a barrier that nearly sent them spiraling off course. But the experienced driver wasn't easily intimidated. He floored it, quickly gaining an advantage. Just then, Cameron dropped his weapon, worried about his teammate, and the advantaged driver let off the gas. Losing a car is not the end of the world, but losing 4 million euros of jewels. Now that's panic-inducing. Meanwhile, on the other side, Zila and Bruce were feeling bold. They pried open the car rental office doors to search for records. They made a critical error using a passport as collateral. Fake passport, but real photo. If the cops found it, they were in trouble. When Zila opened the computer, Bruce saw employees playing cards downstairs. To make it worse, he was spotted. The guard saw a mysterious silhouette in the empty office. He decided to check upstairs, but as soon as he opened the door, there was Zila innocently working at the desk. Emma Mealy, just here to submit some forms early, she boldly claimed, while Missy in the corner mentally cheered her on. The security guard was completely baffled, wondering what's going on here. But this was comedic gold. The lady swam around the car like a confident goldfish, and luckily, the guard was none the wiser. But poor Bruce under the desk was too scared to make a peep, and the chit-chat attracted other co-workers, making things way more complicated. If caught, they couldn't escape 4 burly men. Zila finally found the passport on the computer. But just then, the computer froze up on them, sending Zila into a panic. "What's happening?" It crashed, but there's a way to unlock it, she said, trying to play it cool. "That's right, this trick can work anywhere, just help with the basketball play," the guard said as he crept closer to Zila. Upon noticing the guard approaching, Bruce suddenly realized that things were not looking good and, in a state of panic, swiftly stuffed a dumbbell into his own pocket. With no other choice, Bruce emerged from under the desk, and when the guard asked for ID, he feigned searching his pocket before stealthily tossing the dumbbell at the guard. It hit the guard right in the face, causing his gun to tumble and land on the desk. Zila seized the chance with keen eyes. She rushed forward, seized the pistol, and stood on the desk with authority, and fortunately, they managed to escape without any harm. As they ditched the magazine and tossed the gun into the river, casually stuffing the magazine into their pockets, trouble kept finding them. They just couldn't